You just crossed over into the female zone.
Okay, so I was told to come to Home Depot because this is where I will find the single men. And I don't know where to find them here. So I guess I have to just go where the wood is. Let's see. Let's see what's right here. Yeah, those are no's. No. But there is a lot of wood here. Extra wood. Longwood. Hardwood. I'll pass. Not the wood I want.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
You'll pass, nothing that what you want? Granny, let me tell you something. It's pretty evident that you don't realize that you're the one that everybody's passing up on. I mean, you're making it pretty freaking clear in your actions that you're going to Home Depot to look for a man. Now, don't get me wrong. This gorilla does applaud you for being creative because you're trying to get yourself a man. Got it. And you're taking steps, although maybe the wrong steps, but you're taking some steps. But you have to realize that, you had to lock down a man in your earlier years when your sexual market value was much higher. You're kind of way late in the game here, Granny. I mean, after 50, the dating game just gets turned on its head for women. All of a sudden, the random dozen or so approaches that you get throughout the day evaporate. You get approached maybe 2 times a week, 3 if you're lucky. All of a sudden, men just don't find you attractive anymore, and you're wondering why. What's wrong with men? Never at one point do women stop to think, oh, maybe the problem is me. The point is, you aged out of the market. It's a nightmare for you, and you really got to be honest with yourself about it. Next time you go to Home Depot, don't pass up on men or wood. I think you need both. Before we move on, I want to say thank you, fam, to all of my subscribers for supporting this channel. I truly appreciate all of you who leave comments, who like my videos, and share them on other social media platforms. I truly gotta say thanks, fam. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. Moving on!
My second husband liked to go around telling people that I was out of control. And the amount of control that I actually had and the amount of patience that I actually had, I didn't get credit for. Because I can't tell you how many times I got offered my drug of choice at the time when it was bad, my Pepsi addiction, right? I would get offered that at 10, 11 o'clock. And you know what happens? Once you get it in your system, you want to keep going. And I turned it down because I knew that was going to happen. And then I'd want to go somewhere to, the second location, either to a casino or to a party or wherever danger was located. So I had an immense amount of control because I didn't do it.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Okay, Granny, you're talking smack about your ex-husband and you're trying to say that you had an immense amount of control. Okay, for those of my viewers who don't know who this is, this woman was married multiple times, and during her second marriage, which is the one that she's talking about, she was an active stripper. She stripped for years. And by the way, she told their daughters when they were adults that she was a stripper, and the daughters were not surprised in the least. They were like, yeah, that kind of tracks. So looking at her and looking at how she's left over, are we supposed to believe that you actually said no to all the hardcore pharmaceuticals without a prescription? No. I mean, you're slurring your words there, Granny. Did you have a couple of glasses of wine before you decided to make this video? You're not coming off as strong and independent. You're coming off as trying to fake it till you make it, but you didn't get the memo that you didn't make it like 2 decades ago, and you're not going to make it now. Sweetie, stop trying to save face, all right? I hate to break this to you, but 90% plus of all the men who are actually seeing this video look at you, and they're thinking, train wreck. Don't take my word for it. I mean, I invite my female viewers to check out the comments. I'm pretty sure the men here are going to say, yeah, she doesn't look that appealing. Granny, instead of making these videos to try to convince the masses that you're great later in life, blah, 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 why don't you stop, put down the camera, put down the glass of wine, put down all these ideas, and just try to enjoy the few pieces that you have left of your so-called glamorous, strong, independent life. Because if you really were strong, if you really was glamorous, if you really held it all together, you would have zero need to try to make these videos to justify your independence now from your ex-husband. If anything, you're kind of proving him right. Moving on.
Hey there. So I'm going to put this out there because I'm living a dream of mine and I want to share it. My name's Mandy. I go by Lala by the ones that love me the most. And I live on 5 acres off-grid in southern Ohio. And I want to share my land. I want to share this experience. I don't want to do it alone. That's the God's honest truth. I don't want to do it alone. And I've got 5 acres to share. I have wood to build. I have tools. I have resources and knowledge. I just need more hands. I want. Because I could do this by myself nice and slow. Or I can invite others to come experience it with me. Come live on my land. We have animals, 5 acres. Listen how quiet it is. Who wants to come live with me? Bring your tent. Let's build you a tiny cabin. Hit me up. Piece of Pit Me.
We decide our fates, not you.
You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but this girl has got a very strong feeling, I mean, I'm using the force on this one, that this lady is not putting an invite out there for other older women to move onto her land. I got this really strong hunch that she's actually asking for men, at least one man, to go out there because she wants to share this experience. In other words, living off grid is a lot of manual labor. She says, oh, I don't need, I want. No. You need, honey, because if you didn't need, you wouldn't be doing this video. Don't try to sugarcoat it. Living off grid is tough, especially when you're a 50-plus-year-old woman doing it all on her own. Something tells this girlie you don't want a tent city full of a bunch of geriatric women with bad knees, bad backs, and all of them asking for men to come out there and help. You want someone to go out there and do the labor for you. And you know what? I give her credit because she's offering the land and the wood and everything in exchange for it because, let's be honest, Granny, you really can't thirst trap. There's nothing there to offer a man. But sweetie, just be honest with it. Just say, listen, I need a man. I need a man to come out here. Somebody who wants to live off grid. It's kind of funny how women will always tell men, be honest and upfront with what you want. Say it. Don't try to sugarcoat it. Don't lie about it. Don't beat around the bush. But then, when they want something, they do the exact opposite of what they tell men to do. They beat around the bush. They take the long way around. Sweetie, just said you have a bunch of wood. What are women supposed to say? Look at that and say, oh, I can put up a hammock. No, you're saying that because you're trying to entice a man to get out there and be a lumberjack for you. Cut it all down and build something with it. Let's build you a tent. No, what you're trying to say is, come on my land and build me a cabin. But this girl is going to help you out by telling you you may want to retire this idea because men will look at that and say, you want me to go out there and build a bunch of stuff on your land so you can kick me out later? Nah, I'll pass. Good luck, Rainey. Moving on.
Well, hi. Join me for comment translation class. Meet Michelle. Now, Michelle here says, not to be rude, but I know you're not 62. So let me translate that. Now, I realize she starts off with not to be rude. Y'all are going to have to ignore that part, okay? What it really says is, hey girl, she prefaced it with not to be rude. Let's keep that in mind. That's so it makes herself look better when she says this next part. She says, not to be rude, but hey girl, you look like for your age. Now that's what she's really saying here. But she threw in the not to be rude so that it makes her look better about her really comment to another woman online. Now, me personally, that is not the way I conduct myself online when I see another woman. Even if I were to think that she looked older than her age, I wouldn't dare be that rude as to tell her that she looked older. I wasn't raised like that. But other people, maybe were raised that way. And so they just don't know better. There was another woman too on this particular post that also thought that I wasn't 62. Apparently she also, said, come on mama. She left a rose at the end of her comment, apparently to soften the blow. I guess she felt that the rose would make it seem nicer. Anyway, I'll just, address this once and people can refer back to it. I am 62. I can't even imagine why why I would go around lying about my age. Because just so you know, for what I do when I'm not on TikTok, the men like me old. And if I go around trying to look younger, I will lose them. So, that's how that goes. People are always saying, well, that makes you look younger. I am not trying to look younger. They like me old. So, there's that. TikTok is just what I do just to play around. So, I hate to disappoint you. The men like me old. Just saying. Anyway, Michelle, hated to put you on the spot like that, girl. I know the real reason why you commented like that. The other girls know why you did too. So, and I think inside you know why you did too. Anyway, just saying. Have the day you deserve, Michelle.
You don't look 62. You look damn near 72, maybe even older than that. Honey, you are in great granny territory. I'm sorry. I'm not an expert. I know that. This girl, when he talks, he's just shooting from the hip. But I am pretty sure that most people, when they look at you, they're not thinking 62. They're thinking that you're in your 70s. And you're saying that you do something else on the side and men like you older. So I guess you're implying that you possibly have a OnlyFans account. And some guys out there like to pay extra because they like to look at dried up raisins and prunes. Great. To each their own. This girl is not going to criticize that their preferences. All I got to say is, hey, if you love looking at beef jerky and dried roast beef, more power to you. But I'm pretty sure there's plenty of free corn on the internet. Don't see what you have to pay great grandma trying to act just like a regular grandma. Some extra chunk of change for that. Sweetie, the comment was not rude. The comment was honest. Again, this just proves that no matter their age, women don't want honesty. They want comforting lies. So the moment that a woman is honest about it, said, hey, you look like crap for your age. You do not look 62. You're really not fooling anybody. All of a sudden, she's the bad person. And I'm going to guess that you're going to be like a pack of hyenas and try to get all the other women to attack her too. Well, if women can actually think for themselves, like a lot of them claim they can, they'll just call it as it is. They'll just say, hey, listen, maybe she was rude, maybe she wasn't, but one thing she isn't is lying. Sweetheart, great. Be proud of those deep wrinkles and all those veins and liver spots that are popping out. Great. I'm pretty sure that brings you great pride, and you're saying that you don't want to look younger. Well, mission accomplished. But don't try to shame another woman when she's calling out your BS and your thoughterry. Food for thought there, my great-grand elder post-war queen.
Old.
Old?
Old.
I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.